Are you facing a challenging dilemma in your life right now? The Dilemma is a new Jubilee show, and we're looking for—
I am. One more round, the
Everyone
Joker or
get
not?
naked.
This has been the dilemma now.
What will that tell you about me?
I guess who's more comfortable?
What platforms do you guys use?
I do porn on my OnlyFans.
I do OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans, just for fans, and I do in-person work as well.
Okay.
I actually don't use a platform. I'm just a stripper and a sugar baby.
Like she said she didn't have an OnlyFans. Like I feel like every sex worker that I've known at least like uses OnlyFans in some regard. Just OnlyFans, yeah.
I was a sugar baby for a brief period, but since the pandemic, OnlyFans was like popular, so I hopped on the wave. What's your guys' favorite part about sex work?
Money. It's the only good part. I mean, I'm pretty promiscuous in my real life, so I feel like I'm just doing exactly what I would be doing
I like
anyway.
the creative side.
I feel like I was sexual like in the past,
Welcome
but
to the
after like working in the sex industry, I've become less. I feel like your boundaries have to be so important.
Even on OnlyFans, like even through online, like having that relationship that's
What
like.
do you do on your OnlyFans?
I used to do like girl, but I've kind of transitioned into like a softer core because I'm actually on my way out. I'm retiring this year because I'm getting married. Not that, I mean, you can be married and do it.
The comment about like getting married kind of made no sense to me. So when I get married, I'm gonna still hold a out.
I wanted to think of like.
Okay, this lip liner is fucking disgusting. I don't want to be rude or some shit, okay? But this shit looks like a big ass donut. This is like a glazed maple syrup donut from Tim Hortons. What the fuck is that?
Something only people like with an OnlyFans would know. What happens when you block someone?
You can choose whether or not they still have access.
No, when they're blocked, they're gone.
Yeah.
I should shut up.
As a sex worker, everyone kind of has a look. He was the only one that didn't have like a specific look.
He was shuffling his feet. I was shuffling my feet because I'm anxious, but I was like, He just wasn't giving me a sex worker vibe.
I would agree, but this guy looks like he
I didn't suspect Jay at all because like, look at that guy. He obviously
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, but I guess I was
What?
pretty quiet. I didn't really say too much, so.
Currently, I do like different like themes and stuff like that because I like to dress up. So this is a cow outfit, one of my favorites. And then I have these sequin shorts that I wear like to start off with, but they don't stay on for long.
When he brought out the cow costume, I was like, what is he gonna do in the cow costume?
like, does he move or himself off in it, or like what?
Yeah, this is something that I always ask the girls in the chat. Why do you? It's a girl question. Why do the girls draw eyebrows on like a painting? They draw them on. In fact, you can tell that it's drawn on. I know it's not real eyebrows, so why do you draw them on?
What are you actually doing in that costume?
So I brought my favorite pair of stripper heels. I love wearing white heels at work because there's like the blue lights and everything, so they just like glow different.
Trying to make it full.
And support
Okay, I brought my
I am so
Trans
happy for
Erotica
them.
award. I was the best trans man performer.
How much did that cost to get commissioned on Etsy?
Right, I did that just for that.
I have that too.
Let me just grab it up by this. But this is pretty, I don't know if this is kid friendly. I don't know if it's that much better, honestly, but
Like way worse.
it's a speculum. I do a lot of like kink.
Okay, that's fucking disgusting. Just stop.
Shooter. This is my first ever like. 'Cause I'm Asian. La la la.
What
This is my
the
first
fuck
ever
is
like
that?
outfit that I like wore.
I'm good.
This is a ring light. The necessities. This is a Pornhub slipper because you need to be cozy. And this is like, you know, like what I wear on a Saturday night for fun. Yeah, obvious.
I brought my birth control because I was like, I'm obviously not a virgin.
She brought birth control, and I was like, anybody could have birth control. I had birth control when I was like 14.
This is just a
So
little
I don't
cringe.
know that like convinced me.
The birth control is like the one thing you can't be like.
I took birth
have
control
sex.
for my acne.
You could have menstrual issues
Now that
and use it
I'm
for
a
that.
doctor, I have a speculum. Yeah, there's a lot of like health.
I didn't really think about that.
How did I get started?
I actually didn't get started in the best way. I was like kind of groomed into it. I was 17 when I started doing full service sex work. I was a homeless youth And that was pretty much the only way that I could make money enough to like support myself. And then obviously that was dangerous. And so, yeah, then I started to do it on the OnlyFans, and then I got addicted to fast money.
Yeah, I was kind of surrounded by other sex workers and was trying to start a freelance writing career that was not going very well. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try to make a little coin on the side. And then I started picking up some studio work and started making my own stuff. And yeah, that's how I got started. And now I do that instead.
I'm just going to eat my food for a little bit. Just kind of let this play through.
There's a three-way tie. Oh. The tie is between Ashley, Ginny, and Terrell. You guys are gonna have.
Ash is a stripper. I buy into it 100%.
I'm 0.2 on OnlyFans. I make over 6 figures. I do it only for the money. I hate men. I literally think I'm becoming more attracted to women because of my job.
So I got started stripping when I was 19.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it as a blanket statement. I think saying I hate men is just as bad as saying I hate women. I said it. Okay. Okay. I get it. Some are more. I'm not gonna get into it,
I saw an ad
man.
on Instagram that they were looking for people, and I was like, oh yeah. And I had been a competitive dancer my whole life, so it was like made sense to do it. And then I started working at a different club, and then at that club I met my sugar daddy, who I've had for like almost 4 years now.
Yeah, I started when I was like, what, 21. I was actually working at a sex club in DC. I was a receptionist, and the guy would come all the time, and he would ask me things like, when you can come in and sleep with me, and then I was just like, you got some money? So I started with that, but I really do want to get
I think it's her and her, or her and him.
money so I can get my production company started and have a great gay sex show.
A lot of strippers do essentially how to dress like a stripper. Yeah. Because if you work as a receptionist.
She looks like she's faking it a little bit. You know what? But 1 and 2, I think. 1 and 2, it's gotta be.
Bye. I was like, why would y'all think I'm a virgin? Like, do I look like a virgin?
I just wanted to like go back to the previous conversation because we don't have a lot of representation as sex workers. So I try to stray away from saying things like fast money or easy money because a lot of the times people will be
Not a lot of representation. It is the most consumed content on the internet.
like us.
By a long shot.
Away from saying things like fast money or easy money because a lot of the times people will be like, oh, see, like they just woke up and they just made money. And it's really hard.
It's like irritating when people are like, oh, I should just do an OnlyFans so I can make hella money too. Like, it's not that easy.
It's definitely a grind, but I think that it is different in a way that like, I don't know, I was able in my first month to make $25,000, which like is just like not a normal.
Streamer, what about?
It's such a small percentage of people who are going to make that easy money. Even me, as a trans man, I don't make a ton of money compared to what other people do. But
we do sacrifices and we put ourselves in compromising positions sometimes, and that's why we make a lot of money, especially because the social stigma makes it dangerous.
Totally, thank you.
for sure. So when did everyone lose their virginity?
Okay, so I hope my mom isn't watching this. But I was 13 and I was, right? It was so young. I was dating this guy for a few months and we decided to have sex. It was with a banana flavored condom. Like in his like dirty bed, like
was
rushed
he also
before
13?
He was also 13.
Okay.
Banana condom makes more sense. I think virginity is actually a construct. I think that virginity was created by men who think that a penis can change the chemistry of a woman's body. But I lost my virginity at 16 and I had blood streaming. It's a horror story.
I wouldn't say I was like super religious growing up, but I kind of had like some reservations about penis and vagina sex for a while. So in high school, I did the poop hole loophole, so I didn't go to hell.
Oh my God, that's kind of sexy.
I grew up super religiously too. I was actually a Jehovah's Witness, and I was gonna save myself until marriage. I can't even begin to imagine that now. But I was 17. Like it like happened enough to say that I lost my virginity, but I wouldn't say like I had sex. You know what I mean? Like it kind of happened, but. Okay, wait, I have a question. Is water a good lube?
No.
Water?
I mean, spit, like water-based lube, yes.
Water-based lube, yes, please.
I was just looking for the virgin.
1 and 2, 1 and 2, definitely.
I had so much awful sex in a jacuzzi. It's the worst.
It's giving UTI.
Yeah, it's giving UTI. It's giving uncomfy. It's giving like, why is this so wet and dry at the same time?
Oh, there's only
really
one?
timid and
Oh, there's only one in this one.
dance thing.
Oh,
I
definitely
heard
a
Jehovah's
Ginny.
Witness and my ears perked up.
Definitely one. It's not even close either.
Raise your hand if you
By
think
a
the
mega
mole
long
is still
shot.
in the box and would like to continue the game.
Ginny was just the last person that I had the little tiniest bit of suspicion.
She's mega
about.
faking it.
So starting now, for every time you vote someone out who is not the mole, the total prize money is going to be reduced.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh wait.
What do your parents think?
My dad kind of. I have a really like weird relationship with both my parents. My mom doesn't know, but I feel like she knows. My dad doesn't know, but I feel like he knows. I live with my dad, so he's like probably wondering like why I have so much free time.
And is
my
he
way.
Jehovah's Witness still?
No, my dad was never. My mom was, and I used to live with her, and then I moved out.
Yeah, I'm not super close with my family. I'm totally proud of the work that I do. I'll tell anybody. I'll tell anybody all day long, but I'm not close with my family, so it's just not the kind of information I feel safe sharing with them. I don't think that they
I
would
respect that.
support it necessarily.
Like, it's not necessarily the work itself, especially since I'm an online sex worker, that's dangerous. It's more like the social stigma from people who.
She just doesn't feel into it. She doesn't feel like she's passionate by it.
What I do.
She only shares when she's asked to, and kind of strays away from the main topic. That's why I would choose her.
But like, I love guys, and I like making them feel good. You know, my supporters, like, I really appreciate them, but sex work can be dangerous because of the way people perceive us.
The fact that she said she'd been a Jehovah's Witness, it was just a possibility that maybe she was a virgin.
Smart.
I was kind of listening to like the marker, and I could hear that everyone wrote my name down, so that I just wrote Kazumi down.
Okay, she's.
Sorry.
Yeah, she might be too high IQ for this.
Raise your hand if you think the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the game. So if the lights turn green, that means you voted the mole out and you all win. However, if the lights turn red, that means the mole is still
Green.
in the box and you lose.
I was pretty confident that, you know, a couple of hookers could sniff out who the virgin was.
Will the mole reveal themselves?
Definitely
in
one.
Did that guy suck a full balloon of helium before the show?
Reveal.
Wait, really? Come on, man.
Hi, xQc.
Are you still gonna have a gay show?
No, it was all a lie.
Girlfriend
It was all a lie. It was all a lie.
It's like a Halloween costume, huh?
Yeah, it was a Halloween costume.
I knew it.
Yeah, it was a Halloween costume.
Can we ask why you're a virgin? Is it like a choice?
No, it's not anything.
He played a good game.
Marriage or anything like that. I'm just like really, I don't know. I wasn't introduced to sex like at all.
He played a good game.
Like,
It is what it
till,
is. It's a game at the end of the day.
But yeah, not to a marriage or anything. Just when I meet the right guy. So if he's watching, call me.
To be a sex worker means being a small business owner. It means being a content creator and an entrepreneur. I sell a product just like many other people do. It just happens to be that my product is sex and my body.
I did misspeak when I said that it was fast money. I think it is like a ridiculous amount of money, very, very fast. But it's definitely at the cost of other things.
That's still
How
fast.
is it hard to post half-naked pictures of yourself and make money off of it? Bro, what the fuck?
Like not.
Bro, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you talking?
I don't want to go too deep, but I think that
Bro,
there's
the
like
guy could see both
a
sides.
deep sadness. Like not all of us are like so happy to be sex workers. It was sort of a necessity to bring me out of like a pretty bad place.
There's a million other girls who are just as hot, horny, and ready to do it as me, and they're not making the same amount of money as me because they're not doing what I'm doing. Why can't sluts change the world? That's a stack.
That's a stat.
You got one wrong, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it in half.
Wow.
In half?
A
You
stack.
get some.
Everybody gets
You
a
get
stack.
some.